Hello, thank you for checking in. Aisha Motivates. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you who took a look at my last video. I know perhaps a number of you are not into paper crafting, and that's fine, but you never know what you're going to get sometimes when I'm on here because what is it that I try to do? Well, to motivate you. And not just motivate, because you need more than motivation. What I try to do is to put the wheels, as I like to say, to your thoughts, your dreams, and get it going. But more particularly today, what I would like to do is to not only thanking I think right now, my 41 subscribers on here, but this channel will grow. Why? Because I'm coming to you now to let you know that going forward, I want to be more consistent with it because my speaking engagements and such will start to pick up more and more. And my focus on my other channel, Try Paper Play, which is the art and empowerment, more of the empowerment piece will take place on this channel. And the Try Paper Play channel will be more of showcasing my journals and other paper crafting items. But here, Aisha Motivates is where my goal is to get you thinking, get you moving, and get you living your life a little bit fuller. By the way, if I happen to be glistening and all that wonderful things, it is hot as ever. So ignore all the sheen, that is natural. But yes, so thank you. And going forward, as I just said before I got distracted by the heat, I will be focusing on being a little bit more consistent here. And my goal is to be able to see you all move from point A to point B. And my core focus after my 33, 34, let's just round it off and say 30 plus years in long-term care, I have so much that I can bring to the world, and more, you all know, if you've checked the stats, a lot of our population, they're over the age of 50 right now. Big gap of them, they're over the age of 50. And so with my empowerment piece, I will uh, do a lot of presenting to you subjects that will be pertaining to that population. And I'm in that group also. I'm in that group also, and we're comprised of so much. We're just sandwiched in, we're not old enough to get all of the bonuses, but we're old enough, right? And there's so much that we're dealing with. And with all of that, I would like you all to start thinking of your future and where it's going and how are you living and what do you have to look forward to. And being someone from the long-term care and retirement sector, I am so energized with providing you with the pieces that you're able to prep yourself with before you even get fully into that stage. A while back, I did a presentation at one of the public libraries where I wanted to do just that, to get people thinking about where they will be. When you're going on vacation, if you're going into a certain program of learning and such, you look into it, you research, you want to know. When I do tours in my work of the home, so that individuals can decide among a number of other homes what it is that they're looking for, and it when you see it. So in providing these tours, I get an opportunity to hear so much of what people are looking for and the struggles that they're experiencing. And so how fortunate I am to be able to open this space to you and give you more of an opportunity to plan with confidence. But it's more than that, it's living every day to the full. Why? Because each and every day every day that we are living is what the summation of our end will look like, right? So every single day, what are you doing? How are you spending your time? What are your thoughts? What legacy do you want to leave? And so these are all the fabulous things that we will be looking at here at Aisha Motivates. And for me, I will tell you this: if you don't have a set hobby or a set group of friends, things that you occupy yourself with outside of your 9 to 5 or 3 to 11, or however your work schedule happens to be, you will find it very difficult to navigate your way uh, once you've retired from your active working world, should you not choose to continue. Because listen, you can retire and still find yourself thinking, should I start sharing my knowledge, volunteering more, starting an organization, starting a second job or a third, whichever you so choose? 67 is way too young. If you've got thoughts and ideas of things to do, that could be, your next stage of life, right? It's not one where you should just sit down and do nothing, unless you choose to do that. But stagnation is a crazy thing, and it's not one that we should embrace, but rather keep going. But we all create our own pathways, right? But my goal is to encourage you to keep going, to keep thriving, to look into the other stage of your life. Like, what do you want to do? What will it look like? So, yes, there's a lot on the horizon at Aisha Motivates. And it's with joy, it's with excitement uh, that I really look to opening you to finding out more about what your retirement years could look like, and also providing your loved ones with an opportunity um, where you can, with your knowledge, what I will be sharing, you can have a better idea as to what your mom, your aunt, your dad, what they can be looking forward to, and how you can make a difference in their in their final home, their last home. All right, so there's so much, but yeah, I'm so grateful that I've had all of you here checking in on Aisha Motivates. And listen, retirement is something that we all look forward to, but it's something that it's not the final stop. Yes, it's not the final stop. So I would like to leave you with this thought until I check in with you again. What do you envision for your retirement years? And listen, unfortunately for some, you retire and within the first, 3 to 5 years, oh, it's like just throwing a set of balls up in the air and seeing what happens. Um, for some, the surprises that happens, it's staggering. We have no idea what can happen, but every day is to be lived fully. And we might have 20 odd years on top of our retirement, uh, or it could be two. We don't know. But what I would like to encourage you is to live fully and reach. I like to remember Moses. He never made it into the promised land, but boy, did he live fully, uh, getting to the mountaintop. And what's his name? Uh, Martin Luther King Jr. You know, he didn't get an opportunity to see how we are today and all the benefits of his hard work. But while he was thriving and working towards making our lives better, he was so fulfilled and he could see the mountaintop, you know? And so I'm encouraging you to plug in, check in, and I look forward to sharing with you as much as I can. 30 plus years in a long-term care and retirement sector, and I've loved it all. And I think more than anything, it's important for us going forward to know what that looks like. What's the environment like? How can we embrace it? Yes, it's not what we would want, but I know that I know that I know that should our loved ones or we ourselves have to make a long-term care or retirement um, place of living, one that we find ourselves in, we can make it a home. A home is where the heart is and where love is. Okay, so Aisha motivates. See you soon. Bye bye.